Raise your horns high and let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if you are fearing that ghouls may be lurking around you, the Ghoul Tracker is what you need, the app for your phone. And that is only found here through this wrap-up show. No one else can put together that kind of technology to keep track of all these rocker ghouls out there that are trying to creep on all these little girls. And as we're finding out more and more, there's a lot of them, isn't there, Andrew?
Oh, there sure is.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a...
might explain why they're covering for others.
Absolutely. And, you know, when Eric Ferrantino's tried to get the Green Bomb expose up on Metal Sludge, it never appeared. It was no mention. It just didn't exist to certain people.
Well,
so
to be fair, it would have been poor form if he had done that.
Gotcha. Well, here on the wrap-up show, we don't really care what any of them motherfuckers think, and so we don't really just have no use for pieces of crap, and other pieces of crap covering for other pieces of crap. That's what they want to do. And if you take that personally, that's probably because you're covering for a piece of crap.
Yeah,
I don't take it personally. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, well, I don't cover pieces of crap, so I don't care.
You know? I agree. I mean, if you were to hypothetically take that personally and quit a podcast over it, that says more about you than it does everybody else. Hypothetically, of course.
Yes, I mean, allegedly and hypothetically and possibly. And all of this is going to be our opinions, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll preface that as well. So we were kind of looking into what kind of people would still want to be around a green bomb type, right? And who would defend that, or at least continue to have an association with it. And it might be someone who has this kind of stuff in their background that we might want to examine.
They once and for all proved that the word glam does not mean gay LA metal. In fact, spearheaded by the adorable Stevie Rochelle, who is always mistaken for a girl by truck drivers. But we here at the Thud Show know, as well as underage groupies everywhere, what a he-man he really is.
What? Wait, hold on. Let's hear that again. Let's hear that again.
Yeah.
Really is.
Oh, hold on. I didn't go far enough. Right here.
No, as well as underage groupies everywhere. As well as underage groupies everywhere.
One more time.
No, as well as underage groupies everywhere. What a he-man.
Stevie? Interesting. And you did admit, didn't you, Stevie, that you go to Thailand, or is that the country, or is it? Yeah, Thailand, I believe. And
Philippines, something.
The Philippines. So it was the Orient. We'll just put it that, as my grandpa would put it, who was in the Navy in World War II, somewhere in the Orient. Stevie, what do guys go over to those places to do? Wasn't that guy, that English guy who was and did that big song that's played in every stadium across America, Gary Glitter, go to the Orient to visit people?
Yeah, I think he went there to visit.
Just saying, there's a common thread here, people. And so we're just wondering, we're asking questions, we're wondering. So, and maybe in this particular artwork that has been created, I mean, I'm just going to say we'll just take a look here and see what it says. Hey, little girl, put down the ice cream cone. Let's take a tour of Tough's dressing room, eh? Whew. Look at that eye. Look at that look.
Yeah, and that, to be fair, people, that eye was not edited. His head might have been put on that body, but his eye was not edited at all. He just is kind of like,
someone may have added the Tough dressing room door.
And Teddy from Stand By Me. He must be a Feldman fan.
So, and this one I put together myself because this right here is, I mean, wouldn't that be the shirt he would wear on the cruise if he's on the cruise?
Yeah, you have to know.
If Sebastian Bach's in the room, he would probably walk in like that, so that way he would know who he is. Just saying. And then, in case you guys are wondering, this is, this is also, really when you get behind closed doors, lady, this is what you're going to get. I mean, that's.
Yeah, and it's actually even worse these days.
So I'm just saying these parts of his head were unedited, ladies and gentlemen. When you remove the cap or the wig, this is what you're going to find. And lastly, he's teamed up with Bob Leather's favorite, as well as many others. I mean, a lot of people love this guy.
Yeah.
And they have this new show, Bald versus Bald, the Ghoul versus the Goober.
Yep.
The Goober, hair metal Goober. That's what we're calling him now. And over here, if you really look, it says Ghoul Rochelle, ladies hair tough, questionable around teens. Just saying. Remember, even didn't we saw the video previously where Jason Green had the little blonde girl that was
Heather Leather, and then had to ask her, would you date Stevie? To which Stevie was conveniently in the chat room at that time.
Yeah, conveniently. And Stevie, like Heather Leather, would you date this Stevie? Is this what? Because this is what the real hair is. Just so you know.
Yeah.
When he lets it grow out.
Yeah, the Homer Simpson, as I like to call it. But if we're going to talk about things on that poster, would you say that the Skid Row talk is intentional to lead into Stevie spewing out his martyr story about how Sebastian Bach was a dick to him?
110%. This is going to turn into, here's my platform to spout about how Sebastian Bach disrespected me and my woman and da-da-da-da-da. And I just walked in there for a cordial handshake, which, as we said on the previous show, and I told you, if I'm sitting at a table with my family and some motherfucker I don't like comes up for a cordial handshake, he might get the handshake and the other hand come into his fucking face with a fucking knuckle sandwich, dude, because this is not the time or place. And even if it was a party, a VIP party or whatever, well, then that to me indicates more of like, these are very important people. And one of the largest rock stars on this cruise is Sebastian Bach, other than Zakk Wylde. And even if he's just doing his art, just his name and who he is, like I saw when he was in my town, everyone can recognize the motherfucker because he's as big as I am, height wise. And so like, you're going to get people looking. And so I just don't understand, Stevie, when you do what you do on Metal Sludge, when you defend pieces of crap like the Ghoulie Green, then you're going to get what you get, man. If that's hate from other people, if that's hate from the other rock stars because you ran stories on your website fucking about shit they didn't want you talking about, then you get it, bro. You get it. If that causes a big scene, oh well, who cares? You started it. You could take down the website and stop it all. You could go on the fucking Guru show tomorrow and say that Jason Green is someone that no one should be trusted around if you have an underage daughter. That's what you should say. That's what I would say. That's what this show is going to say. And we're not ever going to back down from that, not to Rochelle or not to Guru or to any of them. We saw the videos. We saw the girl telling her story. We know that Ferentinos has more. Okay, so just shut the F up. You all are a bunch of creeps, and you're not worth it. Not Tough, not Greenbaum. None of them are worth it. They're not Stephen Pearcy. They're not Sebastian Bach. Tough never sold millions and millions of albums. That's not true. You're not on that level.
What Bach is mad about predominantly is like one or two articles that Stevie had published throughout the year claiming that Sebastian Bach SA'd somebody. One of the articles was that he allegedly SA'd Bobby Brown. And then I don't know what the other one is, but if you're going to be on there trying to make Sebastian Bach, who, let's just be honest, could there have been like a drunken misunderstanding with him and somebody? Sure. I mean, it's not impossible. It could happen to anybody, but I highly doubt Sebastian Bach had to go fucking begging women to fuck him.
That's a pretty hard sell for me, even with Bobby Brown.
Right. So to put that out there, but then you're going to defend a guy who actually has these allegations against him. Not to mention, Stevie, you're a questionable fucking person too. That's hypocrisy to the highest level, dude. Like, I can't
we
wait
cannot
for the day when
equate
somebody fucking knocks you out.
if someone is SA'd and they're an adult, that is a bad felonious crime, and no one's minimizing that. But we cannot equate that, a misunderstanding between two adults, to someone who's an adult man with an underage girl or boy. That's a whole nother level below. I'm sorry. And that's what we're talking about. And so when someone does that and someone posts things like that, there's a lot of reasons, but one of them could be to deflect from their own behaviors. One of them could be to also glom on and show that, well, all these fucking guys are dirtbags, which is probably the fucking defense this piece of S is going to have. And then there's just guys like me and the guys that I roll around in the bars I hang out with and stuff, with the biker types. They don't want any of that. They're just going to beat the fucking S out of you. They don't give a fuck about any of your fucking excuses or reasons or why. They don't care if you're a rock star. They don't care nothing. If they caught you in the parking lot after the fucking whiskey gig, they're probably going to put the boot to you, pal. So you better watch what you're fucking saying and who you're saying it to, because there's people out there listening and they don't like what they're hearing. And I'm one of them. And there's a lot of others I've heard from. So there you go.
And I'll be bold enough to say this, and this I will say allegedly because I don't know, but I don't doubt it, but I also don't know. So Stevie, there's an extra level of patheticness when it comes to you because one, you're always out there fucking trying to get attention. You're using pictures of yourself, both real pictures of yourself and pictures that have been heavily altered of yourself, of how you look 35/36 years ago when you look like a fucking grotesque, inhuman monster now. But to make it even more pathetic about what a needy little fucking bitch you are, word on the street is not only are you guilty of certain heinous things involving people of questionable age groups, but the other part of this rumor is that you paid for these interactions, which means you're really involved in some disgusting fucking shit. I mean, like, you're involved on victimizing people that are being victimized at the hands of other people for a fucking profit. So if this is indeed true, and I'm being very careful with this, wow, you just,
you're trash, dude. You're trash. You're human trash. And you could easily exonerate yourself by just coming clean and trying to be honest from here on out. But you just keep hiding and ducking and swerving and then throwing shade on other people and then calling out somebody here and trying to make a scene over there. So there's all this stuff to look at that's not what's really going on, which is what you and Greenbaum and these other pieces of crap like to do. And that's what Bobby Blotzer was talking about when he said Greenbaum was a slime ball. And you don't know what you're dealing with. And that's what the warning. So all y'all saying Bobby was full, he's the one mother effer who's becoming clearer by day that these people are sitting around doing this shit. And they're all D-listers or F-listers like you, Rochelle. Bottom of the barrel. Like, no one should even attend. So every one of you out there attending a tough show to be a tough fan, you're a effing idiot. Because the dude is a piece of trash. And anyone supporting whatever Greenbaum's doing, watching his shows, whatever, you're supporting another piece of trash. So good luck with that. If that's what you want to do, you want to hang out with filth, go off to their shows and be filthy. But we're never going to shut up. We're never going to stop. As long as this stuff is out there and we can find it and dig it up on you, we're going to keep digging that dirt. I got the shovel, so does Andrew, and we're looking and we're watching, and we're going to fucking throw it every time, dude, because you guys are garbage, dude. Garbage human beings. And then you guys make people like Eric Ferentino try to talk shit about him. The motherfucker is a goddamn saint compared to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And we're not saying that people like a Sebastian Bach or even you, Rochelle, but back in that day, okay, no one was busting your fucking chops. But it's 2026, dude. It's the internet, digital age. It's there forever. Stop being jackoffs. You know, we talked about how privately, Andrew, we'll say this. Stephen Piercy impregnated a 19 or 20-year-old girl, but married her and stayed with her for 16 years or something and had a kid.
That's where his daughter came from. But yeah,
and he was in his 30s. He was in his 30s, not his 50s, not his 60s.
Right. Exactly. And there's a big difference between, now look, Is that ideal?
And that was in
No.
1993 or 4. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
So
yeah? Is that kind of like a? I'm personally going to look at it like, was it at least the legal age to where you're kind of like, I mean, I don't like it, but he didn't break the law, and there's nothing I can fucking do about it. Yes,
it's
but
a whole
what everybody else is being accused of is not that. It is the
Gary
illegal.
Glitter level fucking weird
Yeah.
shit going on. So we don't, well, it's just weird shit. And it stinks. I don't like shit that stinks. Not even in my rock circles. I don't like shit that stinks. Even when I was in a band, if I caught where the other guys and other bands were shady, I don't fucking play with those bands. That's what I tell them.
And I'll be fair with
I'm not
this
being
too. With Neely, I don't think Wendell would actually do anything illegal. Now, I can have an issue and be like, yeah, I don't really think that that's kosher, so to speak, with the age gaps that Neely dates. But at the same time, I don't think he's breaking the law. It's just kind of like I look at it and I'm like, that's weird. And maybe it is weird to a degree, but it's not anything that's going to get him thrown in fucking jail. And I'm sure it's all consensual. So
Yeah,
we'll
I don't
bust
think
that.
he
I'll
has.
say
Yeah.
this for anybody, John Drake, anybody that let's just be clear. We think Neely's goofy, and as you'll hear in a little bit, there's reasons to be like, come on, dude. Like, why? But do I think that Neely's like somebody that's going to go out and be stupid and commit a fucking crime and get locked up? I don't think Wendell's that goddamn dumb. And I'm not saying that Wendell's a fucking slime ball like that. I think that it's just kind of funny to poke at Wendell because Neely's more so of like that stereotypical boomer kind of guy.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. I think he's too safety. My older brother is too safe. My
Yeah.
older brother is too safety conscious to be risking the kind of. He cannot. If he dropped the soap in prison, Andrew, it would be a very violent thrashing of which he would never be able to recover, and he would probably cry, and then he'd be like Epstein with a bed sheet around his fucking neck to get out of this jam he
I
found
don't need
himself
that
in.
to happen to Wendell.
So,
And Stevie Rochelle is a fucking hunk of shit.
yeah. So I think most of Wendell's tales of the 19-year-old girl is of yore, remembering old times when he was a young
To
man
be fair,
living the
to
life
be
in the
fair,
80s.
to be fair, the time frame, and he even says this in the story, his 24th birthday. So he was 23 or 24 when the 19-year-old
Yeah.
girl thing happened. So
So
realistically,
we
that's
bust
not.
balls, but he's not.
But
No.
we'll bust balls because he told it at.
And he was so delighted by the story. Yes. Which is a little creepy, but that's okay. I mean, as long as we can't tell people to never have a thought. People are going to think weird shit sometimes. Not it's the way life is. But the difference is having self-restraint and not putting it into action, which is what 99% of the regular us, normal humans could do. There's this 1 or 2% that are just creepos and they can't control themselves and they end up doing shit they shouldn't be doing. So, allegedly, supposedly, rumors and innuendo, things that we're reading on the internet, videos that we can share and show you. These are things we come
People
with
that know
receipts.
certain people that tell me things. This is what I hear.
And if you want, real hard receipts, we know there's a few that we could produce. And there's Ferrantino's. Go over and watch his show, and he'll be very clear about what he has if everyone really wants to sit down in a courtroom. So,
Yeah, we're bringing stuff, absolutely.
on the mention of my brother Wendell, we should make note that the last CMS show he did point out the fact that he used to wear a members only jacket, and he likes to relax to Gordon Lightfoot records or music. And so I threw a depiction of what that might have looked like back in the day when he was enjoying some after a hard day at the truck yard or whatever he was doing. Oh, we got to get these pictures just a second. Hold on. Now I'm losing it all. See, this thing never goes in the same order. Hold on, I'll bring it back up for you guys. Here he is. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I put this together of a younger Wendell enjoying some Gordon Lightfoot after a hard day at the office, and he's got his Don Dokken records stacked up or pictures on the wall, ready to go in his living room. And the members only. I mean, I didn't think that my brother Neely was a members only kind of guy, but he said he used to wear a members only jacket. So let's also this little relic of a video I popped up on my feed. Let me see if I can find where it's at in this thing somewhere. There is a video. I know there is. Did I put it up higher? So, well, I was going to show you one more of my brother, but I don't know where it's at. Well, that's not it. That's red. All right. Well, oh, here it is. I'm sorry. It's this one right here. I'm sorry.
You know you want it, you know you get it, so you got it, so you flaunt it. You know you want it, you know you want it, you know you get it.
That was his that he texted that to me on his trip to Miami. He never talks about that trip. He kind of leaves that out of the CMS equation because I think it's inconvenient truths. He doesn't want. Ladies and gentlemen, so something that's popped up on my feed that was weird was Tommy Lee's hair is weird. Okay, we know this, right?
Sure.
So we're trying to figure out what is going on. Is it a fucking wig or T-Bone? I will go on record as saying that T-Bone is one of my favorite rock drummers of all time. On the kit, he is a monster, and obviously we know through his pornography videos with Pamela Anderson, he's also a monster in areas. But he's a third drumstick, as they say in the business. He can use it any time in case one breaks. The bottom line is, though, what is happening here? I can't. It looks real, but like he's got some kind of patterns going on or something. And then this came to my feed, and it. He's doing blow, bro. He has to be doing. He has to be doing. And his wig is on the, or whatever it is going on. He's got it cropped up right here on this one, but it's got that same thing where you see with a lot of these guys as hair pieces or wigs or whatever, because it goes high up to the scalp here. It does that weird high V. You know what I'm talking about?
With him, I don't think it's a wig. I can tell you what I think
you think it's peony?
It's either that or he has a really bad receding hairline, so he grew certain parts of his hair longer, and he's doing a new take on the old comb over trick.
Gotcha. Going forward to the sides too.
Like they're flipping here, but they can still like fall to where like his whole fucking scalp is fucking seen right here because he's growing the hair from back here on his head and trying to flip it forward and spread it out.
Yeah. So T-Bone, you're better don't party too hard on this crew tour coming up here, and keep it together. And because you're getting older, dude, Ticker ain't gonna keep up with too much of that business. Something that Bob Leather sent me. We should zoom in on here and show you guys real quick. How do I do the zoom on this thing? Let me get it bigger so we can see it. There we go. Anyways, he sent me this. Red Rain has got a new bass player, in case y'all haven't checked that one out. He's don't remember what his name, Mike something, right? Yeah, this one popped up on my feed. In case you got, what's that?
They're getting ready to go out on another tour. A whole 2 dates.
Oh,
2.
There you go. 2. Who they playing with again?
I don't know. Probably LA Guns or somebody. One of the
Tesla.
usual ones that, one of the usual ones that they get paired with.
For the record, in case Las Vegas musicians are wondering, lead singer, guitarist, if needed, pro band, pro level, must have direction, shows management is in and use playing with pro guys here at CrenshawBand.com, all on vocals. I can also help out on shows. Got your Crenshaw right there, in case you need them. Yeah, of course.
Ready. He is Wendell, ready.
Wendell, eat your heart out because he's got Don's ear. Trust me. We saw T-Bone's hair. Yeah, see, he's got Don's ear, Wendell.
He's got it.
Now you may have gave him the shirt, but look who's in the house.
That's true.
Yes.
Wendell, what are you gonna do if Wendell teams up with Crenshaw and then tries to come and rival you guys with Wendell Neely's Steel Piston featuring Dan Crenshaw on guitar and vocals?
Woo, that'd be a hot lineup.
He might grab Crenshaw to be a twofer and do lead guitar and vocals, and then just have to get a bass player.
There you go. Just a bass player. That's all he would need. He can call up one of his buddies. He's got a couple of, Chris McCarville, Mark Bowles, or whatever that guy's name was. He'll find somebody.
McCarville.
We saw Wendell doing his, again, this is Wendell in Miami. Okay, so let's look at this. Around the time I'm seeing Sebastian Bach, these little 3 ladies come storming out from behind the stage and heading towards the beer garden. And I look up and realize this is Plush. Now, I've never seen Plush in person before, but they're all, nice young ladies. But I did take notice, as I told you, that I felt Ashley was a little more deceptive with the photographs, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Ashley, than the other two. Because when I saw her in person, I was a little bit like,
wait. Before we go into this, are you going to go into the old Neely family opinion of things?
well, I was
concerned after seeing young Ashley.
She got to watch her waistline a little bit, Andrew. They pack it on the LBs, and not in the most pleasant of areas, And well, I would only, if she came with me to Quaker Steak and Lube, offer a bloomin' onion or something, and that's about it. Maybe some condiments. But as you can see here, it's just like she's going to round out to be a very healthy mom one day. That's all I can say. Mariah is tiny. I mean, she's like so tiny. 5 foot? I don't know, like tiny. So, I mean, you saw her on stage against Sebastian Bach. Look how much bigger he was than she was. Like a little child. Yeah. So it was the same when they came past me. So Faith actually, I thought was actually, out of them, probably the cutest. I did not get to see their show because they played Sunday night. Well, I guess they just hung out the whole weekend, as we're going to see here a little bit later in some photographs. But I was just a little bit, thrown off that she's just a little more big kind of girl, I don't want to say this in public, Andrew. I said it to you privately, but the word that comes,
would you say she's kind of a plush gal?
I think the word that came to my mind was dumpy. She's kind of dumpy.
Oh, yeah, that's a fucking description for sure. I was trying to be nice and tie it all in.
The photos on social media, she looks like a little beauty queen. And you see her in person, she's kind of dumpy. She's cute, but she's dumpy. There's Wendell doing his albums. Okay, this one is for Bob Leather because he hates Tommy Summers. He hates him. So a while back was Tommy Summers' birthday. So that's you, Bob Leather. I'm sure you can send in your... We're still waiting for your what's in Tommy Summers' travel bag for 3 sides of the coin. Moving forward here.
Wait. So, Bob's going to check this out. Bob, okay. I don't know if you're familiar with these two fucking... I'll watch my language. Douchebags, I guess we'll say instead. Fruit cups, I guess we could say. Called the Monkey Boys, and it's spelled monkey like the band The Monkeys, not like the animal. Check them out because I really would like to know what you believe would be in their bag. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, and I'm a bass player, and so as you can see with Ampeg, and I play Spectre basses, and so sometimes the hashtags go through my social media and it leads me to looking at things. And this guy is the guy that used to play bass, I believe, in Bang Tango.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays Spectre basses, so he hashtags Spectre basses, so that made looking into his profile. And then I saw this photo, and I'm like, holy, look at the fucking dome on this guy.
He looks like he played Bam Margera in a made-for-TV biopic.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah, he totally could. Oh my God, bro. You might be a fine bass player, but come on, man, put a hat on, brother. Dude, get a wig like Evil. Come on, figure that out. All right, Now this one is going to be a little, so here's the original photo. And as you can see, it's Ace is talking to somebody. The people are saying this is Paul Stanley, but I don't think from that side profile that's not Paul Stanley.
That's not Paul.
Someone else, but you could tell that whoever Ace is talking to, he's having a good time. He's locked in here. But look at the eyes on Trunk. I mean, he's looking at this like, who is?
Oh, he is mad. He is daggers at whoever that is. Stay the fuck away from my goddamn man, motherfucker.
So he's not having it here. I mean, he could just see in his eyes he is not a happy camper. So he's right here clearly. So. Bango, Trunco. I mean, he's about to put the Italian death fucking choke on that guy. We're getting too close to AC Poo. He's just locked in, dude. It's a rare photo of a evil Trunk in nature.
Yeah, that's definitely not Paul.
No, not Paul Stanley. It's some other guy. Yeah, I don't know who it is. So,
Yeah, because
and
whoever this is has a beer belly too. If you look at him,
yeah,
if you
no, it's
really
not Paul. Yeah.
it's not Paul.
And so, Trunk wants you to know that you should get some Mad Anthony's hot sauce because if you've been listening to his show, he really raves about that Mad Anthony. The girls and Vixen are in the studio with Jacob Bunton. From Adler's stuff, and I think he's been in a couple of different projects. Right now, he's producer guy, I guess. So, old Roxy putting it out there. They're working on his shit. This one is Carlos getting inducted into the Metal Hall of Fame, which led to me posting a comment. I said he should have his spot back in Quiet Riot, which I got an immediate thumbs up from somebody. And when I clicked on it, it was Vicky Cavazzo, Carlos's wife.
Yeah, look at that.
So, and I just to make sure it was the right profile, it's the right profile. It's her. And so, Alex Garassi, your time in Quiet Riot should be
It's hopefully dwindling.
and
in all fairness,
he,
I think we're going to cut him out. Totally no, but bro, all right, let's be fair. And I mean, I don't like Alex Grossi. I think he's a total fucking cunt. But let's just be fair. Alex, if you truly care about that band and there's a need to really try to legitimize this, you're telling me that you can't just step behind the curtain and just be management and let the rightful guy fucking be on stage with Rudy and at least have 50% of the fucking classic lineup, the 50% that's still alive, be the stars of the show.
Yeah. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. So me, Andrew, Vicky Cavazza, we're all in line on that thought process. So we were, I think, here. Yeah. And this is also going to be dropping soon. This is a old oven mitts. I've been working with oven mitts. We're going to try to put out. We're going to see if Cleopatra might be willing to sign him for a best of Queensryche, where he just does all the stuff off of.
Let's see what the track is.
Oh yeah, we're going to interfere for you. Got Man Down, Breakdown, The Right Side of My Mind, Home Again with a ballad, and this is the one that I really always liked. What Kind of Man.
Yeah.
Around the World, 100 Mile Stare, Drive, remember Big Noise?
Yeah.
Middle of Hell, and the last track is The Lie. And it says, Catch the Mitts and the Randy Gaines Man live in 2027. So you might be able to get some mitts.
Well, it's kind of funny because when I was in the crowd, seeing Queensryche a couple weeks ago, I was standing there and I was like, play What Kind of Man? And they wouldn't do it. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed.
Well, and in case you didn't know, Ricky Rackman and his wife, Leah Vendetta, have broken up, and they've decided that they need to share that with everyone, that everyone needed to know this. I mean, this was something that had to go across social media to be. So, Ricky, we're with you, Ricky. Hang in there, bro. We know you can find some more poon. You still got it in you. You can do it. You just wear your cat house shirt. You're good. This was the Ladies of Plush in Boatnik here, right? And this is the kind of photo I'm talking about. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen.
I can see what you mean.
See what I'm saying? Is that the same as what you saw from behind with that other photo? And that's the same day or the next day, bro.
The dress was making her look that way.
I'm saying it's the artsy. See how she's leaning the caboose out the backside so it doesn't come this way? She knows what she's doing. Whereas Faith is just giving you the way it really is. So, and Mariah has nothing to hide because she's fucking 4'10". This is one we might want to do our break and come back. Have you seen the Stet Howland post about Metal Church? Let's just hold on a second.
I have not. You want to hold us on that when we come back and take a look back of a CMS segment from yesteryear?
Yes, we're going to do that. We'll go over the Stet Howland comment before
CMS time machine.
And we have a couple other and we have a couple other brief little announcements we're going to go through here, just 2 or 3 more, and then we'll go because the Stet Howland announcement was pretty revealing. And then we need to bring up a little bit for my brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Yeah,
we're going to prove to you that in CMS land, the more things change, the more they absolutely don't.
110%. So we'll be back in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hang tight. Wrap-up show. Coming back with more.
Hey, funkies! Are you looking to upgrade your wardrobe with new swag? Are you looking for something that has style and yet is casual? Don't worry, we have got you covered. Literally. It's the new CMS Wrap Up Show shirt. To order, message us through our CMS Wrap Up Show Facebook Messenger and submit payment through the link to Cash App. You'll be rocking in style at the big metal show when you wear your classic metal show wrap-up show t-shirt. Get 'em while you can.
Raise your horns high, let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Oh yeah!